I must learn what tipped off the Republic agent. He is the key to uncovering the nature of this threat. Now, while I thaw the prisoner and painfully siphon every morsel of information I can from him, I have some concerns that require your special talents.
Tell me what I must do. I crave more action, so let's get on with it.
No rest for the wicked, I guess.
Go to the Imperial post in the jungles outside the city. Commander Pritch is stationed there. He has a seek and destroy task for you.
It'll be done before you know it. I don't take orders from lackeys.
Pritch is merely relaying information, apprentice. I must tend to the torturing of this miserable Republic agent. Waste no time. I have more for you to do once this is complete. You are dismissed.
Commander Pritch at your service, my lord. Lord Barris informed me you'd be paying us a visit. I'm prepared to offer full assistance.
Aren't you a good little soldier?
Lord Barris has always found me so, Lord.
What brings me to this forsaken forest?
Permit me to update you on the situation here. There's been much unrest in these parts recently, my lord, capped off by a violent slave revolt that has the surrounding jungles overrun with armed slaves.
You can't deal with upstart slaves?
The slaves have been giving the forces sent to deal with them fits. I'm not part of that duty, my lord.
Armed slaves? How daunting.
They've proven to be more tenacious than you would expect, my lord. What no one knows is that Lord Barris orchestrated the insurgents to disrupt one of his rivals, and he wants his involvement kept secret. Now the slave captains who led the revolt are threatening to expose Barris's involvement unless they receive more potent weapons.
Continue, Commander. Slaves, they're never satisfied.
I'd just be happy if you took the stupid shock collar off.
But then I couldn't do this.
Ow! Oh! Fine! Forget I mentioned it.
I see you know how to handle slaves, my lord. You'd think they know better than to blackmail a Sith Lord. Lord Barris wants you to kill enough of the blackmailing slave captains to make the others lose their resolve.
Violence is not always the answer.
Well, I suppose. Many of these slave captains are former criminals with ties to the underworld. In fact, some have been selling their fellow slaves to the black market. If their followers found out, they'd be furious. If I had proof that they're selling their own people back into slavery, I could blackmail the slave captains to stop blackmailing Lord Barris.
Blackmailing blackmailers sounds poetic.
I bet they keep records of their transactions. If you rifle the slave captains' footlockers and find proof, I'll do what I can to use it against them.
Just tell me where to look.
Slave captains have their home base around the unfinished Colossus. I'll await any proof you salvage from the slave captain's belongings.
I'll kill everyone I see.
Present company excluded. I hope.
Slaves are scattered throughout the area, but the captains tend to congregate near the unfinished Colossus. I'll wait here for your return.
It takes guts to sit here and wait, don't you think?
Take it up with the commander. I'm sure he'd appreciate the constructive criticism.
Nah, I think I'll let him live in shame.
My lord, you're back. Did you find sufficient proof that the slave captains are selling their people back into slavery?
The slave captains kept logbooks.
Most impressive, my lord. I can see why Lord Barris has such faith in you. Now I can threaten to expose the truth. If the slave captains don't want to be torn limb from limb, they'll stop blackmailing Lord Barris. Ah, my lord, you've returned. I take it many slave captains have died this day.
Their next of kin won't be able to identify them.
I shudder to imagine their fate. I must stay, my lord. It's been inspiring watching you work.
You've been very helpful, Commander.
Thank you, Lord. I'm pleased to hear that.
I'm sure it has.
I'll inform Lord Barris that the situation has been handled.
I don't care what you do. Break my bones, burn my flesh. I'll tell you nothing.
I will not be denied.
Go spit, you monster!
I didn't know bodies could bend like that. I think I'm gonna be sick.
Spare yourself. You shouldn't have to see this. Don't empty your stomach on my boots.
Ah, apprentice, you've returned. Commander Pritch confirmed that the slaves have been silenced. Good. I'm still trying to extract the information I crave from this Republic agent. He is much more resilient than anticipated.
He'll crack, Master. I'm sure of it.
I will not rest until he does.
I thought you said you were good at this.
Now is not a good time to test me, apprentice. Even as I brutalize him, I twist the Force to keep him alive and feeling every sensation.
That is the cruelest thing I've ever heard.
I have another important task for you. It involves a renegade Sith Lord named Grathan, a particularly bothersome thorn in my side. Meet with my apprentice, Dromund Kaas. He's my covert operative in Grathan's compound. Ball claims to have made a key discovery.
Do you know the nature of this discovery?
Ball only communicates in predetermined signals. He was to find Grathan's exploitable weakness, and today he sent the success signal.
Invading a Sith compound is my kind of work.
Grathan's presence is useful to me, so I don't want him killed, just crippled. Find out what Ball has discovered, and do exactly as he instructs.
Is your other apprentice above me in the pecking order?
I'm sure he views himself as your better. But he has merely been here longer.
Too bad. I would love to kill a Sith Lord.
No doubt someday you will have your chance to try, one way or another. Now then, Republic Wretch, where were we? Oh, yes. Tell me what I wish to know.
You must be the operative Lord Barris sent. I thought he'd choose a stealthy assassin, not some senseless savage.
Just tell me the situation here.
Fine. I'll rise above my discontent. For now.
Watch who you're calling a savage.
You're not talking to one of Barris's Imperial peons. I'll be working for Lord Barris long after you've worn out your welcome.
I don't have time for this nonsense.
You're right. We can pick up hating each other once the business here is complete. Now listen. Lord Grathan is a rogue Sith who boldly defies the Dark Council. Locked away here, he's been untouchable. Lord Barris wants to let Grathan know he can be reached. And after a year undercover, I've discovered the way. Lord Grathan has a son.
I'm fascinated to hear where this is going. Maybe in another year you can find out his shoe size.
He wears boots, not shoes, smart mouth. I was assigned to find Grathan's weakness. He's kept his son a secret in order to protect him from his enemies. Grathan would be devastated if his only child and heir was dead. That would send a message.
I'm no baby killer.
We're not talking about a baby here.
Just tell me where he is. I will be the messenger.
You'll have to be more than a messenger. Grathan's kid is nearly 20 and strong with the Force. He's been trained in the ways of the Sith since birth. You'll have your hands full.
The tougher, the better. I'll fill my hands with his entrails.
My, how graphic. You're a true Vulgarian. Grathan's away on business. I managed to hack a special spike that will get you inside his private quarters. But first you're going to have to knock out Grathan's surveillance station so you aren't seen entering the quarters.
Tell me what that entails. That sounds simple enough?
Yes, we wouldn't want to tax you with anything too complicated. All you have to do is locate the monitoring stations around the compound and, well, stick your lightsaber in them. Think you can handle that, brute?
Is that all I need to know? Keep calling me names, Ball. You're playing with fire.
Is it so easy to get under your skin? That's all then. Destroy the monitoring stations, then get inside Grathan's private quarters. The son's name is Beelslit. Find him and end him. I'll meet you back here when you're done. Try not to screw up.
I kinda like his attitude.
Mother, a stranger approaches.
You don't know the half of it, kid.
I am Selvanta Grathan. How dare you enter my son's room uninvited? Who are you?
Step aside, woman. I'm here for the boy.
You'll have to kill me first. And while my son is still an acolyte, I am fully Sith.
Then we have something in common, Selvanta.
Then may the Force give me the strength to defeat you.
My name won't matter when you're dead.
You'll find I'm not so easily intimidated. My son is still an acolyte, but I am Sith. Beelslit, take cover.
No, Mother! I stand at your side! Attack! Stop! You are more than a match for us. Mother, if I am the target, save yourself. I don't want to see you die.
My son, you must not sacrifice yourself for anyone, not even me. You must endure at all costs. Assassin, you've carved your way into the inner sanctum of Lord Grathan's compound, all to kill a boy. Enough. It's clear we are not your match. If we're to die, I must know. What have we done to deserve death?
I deal death to the deserving and undeserving.
Then perhaps I can persuade you to set your sights elsewhere? You have fought your way into the inner sanctum of a powerful Sith Lord's stronghold. You are a breath away from the Master himself. Spare us, and I'll help you destroy Lord Grathan instead.
You want me to kill your husband? Aren't you the dutiful wife?
I married Lord Grathan for power. It was a means to an end. Now I want out. I'm strong, but can't touch my husband. How long I've waited for someone to end his oppressive rule.
Grathan must live.
And so he shall. Just hear me out. A wicked plan is taking shape. Long ago, my husband was nearly beheaded. Now he cannot exist without his helmeted mask. Everyone knows this. Kill Lord Grathan. My son will wear the mask and assume his mantle. He'll publicly rant that his son was murdered. No one will be the wiser.
Fine. I'll kill the father instead.
Excellent. You won't regret it. Lord Grathan deserves to die. With this pass card, you may enter Lord Grathan's secret chamber. You'll find him there. After you've ended Lord Grathan's miserable existence, bring his masked helmet to me.
Sit still. This won't take long.
Be wary of Lord Grathan. There are few as attuned to the dark side as he.
I don't think I like the sound of that.
Those aren't my orders.
Fields lit. Run!
No, Mother. If I am to die, I die alongside you.
My uninvited guest finally arrives. Your feelings betray you, youngster. I sensed your murderous intentions the moment you entered my sanctum. What's more, your unshielded mind has revealed your accomplice, my loving wife.
She sends her love.
Selvanta is a user, child. She's obsessed with power. It's one of the things that attracted me to her, but it's outgrown its amusement. I am death itself, child. Come embrace the darkness.
Yes, I sensed my husband's death. Lord Grathan is no more. What pleasure to think he suffered.
I took no pleasure in killing him.
Mother, what does this mean? Am I truly to become the master of this house?
You will wear his mask and assume his identity, but you are not yet ready to rule, my dear. The voice will be yours, but the words will be mine.
I have longed for my father's death, and the chance to claim his power.
Yes, this is a great day. You have served us well, my new friend.
I didn't do it for you.
I don't care why you did it, as long as it's done. For appearance sake, you'll still be unwelcome here. But today, my son and I have become your secret allies.
As soon as I leave, we are enemies again.
I would expect nothing else. Now leave me. I have much to do now that I control House Grathan.
I'm surprised you survived. So is it done? Is Grathan's son dead?
I didn't even break a sweat.
Somehow I doubt that.
You're a condescending windbag ball.
It's pretty easy to push your buttons, brute. Doesn't say much for Grathan security forces if a clumsy clod like you was able to bang into his private chamber and off his son.
We're done here. Goodbye, ball.
I'm afraid you won't be leaving here, brute.
Why don't you back up that mouth with action?
That's exactly what I had in mind. Killing the murderer of Grathan's son will solidify my cover here. Barris can replace you easily.
You're making a big mistake. Barris will be needing a new spy. I'm going to enjoy killing you.
Though I'm more than capable of facing you alone, a smart man uses every advantage. And I am a smart man.
The intruder is here! Everyone to me! Attack!
I cannot break him!
Is there some problem here?
Who would ask such a stupid question? Clearly, there's a problem here.
I feel your anger, Master.
Blind, deaf, comatose lobotomy patient could feel my anger.
Okay, I'm officially scared.
This is impossible. An unknown power must be shielding this man, which only confirms my suspicions. This Republic agent is the key to unlocking the threat we face. I must harness my rage and frustration. They will lead me to an answer.
Trust your feelings, Master.
The minion advises the Master. Very good. You'll demonstrate your progress.
Wake me when you figure it out.
Your insolence will one day be your undoing. I would punish you if I wasn't so pleased with your progress. And the word has spread that Lord Grathan is incensed at the slaying of his secret son. I take it that was your handiwork?
You see it correctly.
My confidence in you is growing.
I'm still feeding off the adrenaline.
Let it fuel you, my potent agent of darkness. I haven't heard from Dreikel Ball, my agent in Grathan's camp. He's missed a scheduled communication. Let me guess. He gave you trouble, did he?
He left me no choice, Master. I had to kill him. I bled him dry and danced on his corpse.
No matter. He fulfilled his primary purpose. Every Sith must attempt to orchestrate his own promotion.